obviously some big news today. Obviously first off, want to thank Greg and Carrie Penner, George Payton, Coach Payton, for obviously, giving me this opportunity and just this whole process, the way it was handled, to be able to kind of go through all of this, with the amount of trust and just belief in each other. And really it is kind of a family atmosphere. And, I'm just really blessed, to have the people in my life and the people on this team that believe in me and made this all possible. And I just love what we're building here. And I really can't, state that enough. It's all about the culture here. I think that's why you kind of see how, Courtland, myself, everything's kind of being handled right now is because of what we believe in this team and believe in this organization. And, it really is a blessing to be part of the Denver Broncos organization, be living in Denver. And, I'm just highly blessed, and, it's a great day.
Second, when you sign a deal like this, is it difficult to keep the focus and not be distracted or not think about the money that you just are getting?
Yeah, I think, obviously like those conversations are having, but like I said, from day one when this whole process started, being here, it was really, this is my happy place. The guys on this team were awesome. Everybody from the teammates to the staff to the front office, the way we handled this, it was awesome. And like I said, like our goal is we have very high goals for ourselves, and we know that it's going to take a lot of work to get there. So at the end of the day, no matter what happens, it's our job and my job to perform at, an elite level, and that's our plan right now. And the fact that we're able to go about this the way we have compared to, probably some other things around the league, it kind of is a testament to what we're building here.
Can you put in perspective, Zach, you're now the third highest interior lineman in the league in terms of contract. What does it feel like to be in that super upper echelon?
Yeah, it's a blessing. There's a lot of work went into it. God's put a lot of great people in my life that helped me get here. And it can't be stated enough just how blessed I am. And, the people that even, not just with this process, but my whole career that have, kind of helped me through the ups and downs and, facing adversity and just making it here. That's obviously not, probably your stereotypical, kind of career, the trajectory of it, but we're here and, we're in a great spot, and hopefully it serves as an inspiration to others that, no matter where you start, it's where you finish, and just keep grinding through, taking it day by day, brick by brick. So that's what I've done.
Zach, when you got here a couple of years ago, they talked about you as an ascending player. How much belief did you have that you could get to that all-pro type level and kind of turn in the season like you did last year?
Yeah, I think I've always had it. I think it was, there's a million different factors that go into it. But, last year was kind of, I was just in a really good situation, playing with some really, really good players, like those guys. And, it's just this organization really has set me up for success just the way. And I knew that coming here. I did a lot of research before coming, and, I did have multiple offers in free agency. But at the end of the day, it was about, you have one career and you want to make the most out of it. And, I have a lot of high goals for myself for this team, and I believe that we can accomplish all of those here, and that's the reason why I picked here. And the fact that, we're at this spot now is, it's great, but at the end of the day, there's still a lot more work to be done.
Zach, Sean told us about the conversations that you guys had and how the boats were seeing each other in terms of the contract at 20 miles away. He said it was more like, what were the conversations like with Sean throughout this process?
Well, I did Google it, and it did say on a cruise ship, at like the high point of a cruise ship, it can be 20. So it depends on the ship. But no, I mean, there's conversations and it's a business, but it never got like contentious. And I think that was the cool thing, was just the way that everybody handled it. It never felt like, people are trying to screw it. Like, and I said the word in the beginning, trust. It was really, going into this, the trust that both sides had was incredible. My agent, Tommy Condon, he absolutely hit it out of the park. Sometimes these things can be, and I told him, I want to obviously get the best deal possible, but I want to, I care about these people, I care about this place, and I don't want it to, get ugly. And the way he went about it, the way the team went about it was awesome. So, big shout out to CAA, Tommy Condon, and Jay. They're the best.
Zach, on a day like today, how much does a guy like Vance Joseph, how much has he meant to you playing in his scheme and the fit of that with you, the player?
Yeah, I'm forever grateful to Vance. He gave me my start in Arizona, and he was a major reason why I came here. So kind of be able to share these milestones across the way with him has meant a lot. And that's kind of the cool thing about this. Obviously the money's the money and everything like that, but to be able to, to share it with the people that have helped you get you here, that's the coolest thing, is because it is, it's, I don't know, status symbol, whatever. It's kind of where you're standing in the league is a little bit. It's a respect thing. And, to be able to have a guy like Vance believe in me year after year and, kind of helping me day after day, he's been incredible, and I'm forever grateful for him.
Zach, as you sit here with this moment, if you look back to the 22-year-old version of yourself that was just starting in the league, what would you tell that guy? Because there's a lot of guys in that situation now that want to get to this spot. What would you have told the rookie version of yourself going into your first year that you learned that?
Yeah, obviously, knowledge is everything, but it really is crazy to think, because I'll never forget it, not my rookie year. Rookie year I was injured, so it's kind of whatever, learning a new position. And then my second year when it's kind of, you got to grow up. And I remember first Rams game of that season, probably about like week 10 or 11, played the worst game of my life. And I was in the parking lot, and I was talking to Charlie Bullen, one of our coaches, like, I'm going to get cut. And I came home, told my fiance Molly, I was like, you know what, I got a finance degree, like, we're going to move back east, and I guess I'm going to be working in an office. It was, we tried it. But, again, it's a testament to, everybody in my life that's kind of, helped me get here. You just got to, just be gritty and just take it day by day. It's never over. And then, it's crazy to think we're here. It still kind of hasn't even hit me a little bit yet, probably.
Have you heard from J.J. Watt, and how much of a role did he play? I know you've talked about it in the past, but on a day like this, do you?
Yeah, no, he's reached out. Obviously got probably a lot of unread text messages, but definitely picked his brain a little bit in it, because he's gone through it. His brother's gone through it twice, and so kind of have a friend like that's helped me across the way. Obviously as a mentor, but also as a friend. It's been he's been, like I said, when I talk about those people that have helped me get me there, he's definitely one of those, and I'm really appreciative of him.
Zach, this deal kind of obviously kind of sets the bar for what you did last year, to now have to compensated for that. Just as you look at yourself, tape last year, and how do you avoid kind of a step back? What's your mentality as far as setting that bar and kind of continuing to build on what you did last year?
Yeah, I just have that drive. That's kind of why I probably am here, is I have an obsession about this. You could talk to anybody in this building. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I love this. This is my life. This is, I take a lot of pride in this. I take it seriously. So every single day, season ended, there was finding ways to get better. Every year I'm getting better. And right now, way ahead of schedule of where I was last year, so that's really encouraging. So, and again, we've got great people in this building, from VJ to, Jamar to BT Jordan, and then, obviously the guys I play with, it's only going to make my job easier. So, really, really excited about this season.
When you studied the film of last year, what did you see that you wanted to work on this offseason to take that next step?
I can't give you everything. We got to save something for week one. But no, it was obviously, there's always little tweaks. Physically, there's always things you can get better at, in the gym. And right now, obviously experimenting with new things. This is the time of camp. JJ's been very vocal about this. You just got to try new stuff. If you don't try new stuff, and I know people around the league are now going to start game planning and watching my tape, because last year was, I kind of came with this new kind of stance, new little everything. So it's always trying to find ways to adapt. And, we always joke about, that kind of Kobe Bryant and Kanye West commercial where it's like, can you be the same beast but a different animal? But seriously, it's trying to find new ways to invent yourself. And that's why, I'm so appreciative of the guys here because they help me do that every day. And, it's always friendly competition, but also just the learning and the back and forth that comes with it. It's really exciting.
How much more enjoyable is this as a way to use your finance degree than having to go work in an office back east?
Yeah, I don't know if I remember a lot of it, so I still probably, have to, find some help with it. But no, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Did you have did you talk with Courtland at all? Obviously, you have a bunch of guys that are in the same situation. It seems like you take some pride in the way that you guys were both here at the start of camp, even though, the situations were each other's own.
Yeah, Courtland was awesome because, like you said, we were going through very similar things. And, I said it on a podcast this year, Courtland's one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life. And I mean that, he is, you guys know, obviously, absolute sweetheart, everything. So to have a guy like that who's going through the same thing, bounce ideas, keep you sane with it, because, there are days where it is kind of tough, but was huge. And, the fact that, we get to spend 4 more years together is incredible, and that's my guy.